Dylan's storyline in Severance Season 2 Episode 3 only proves how cruelly effective Lumen can be at manipulating its employees. But before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, drop a like and comment on the video, and if you're able, please sign up for channel memberships for exclusive content, which really helps us out. Anyway, back to Lumen. So, the story of the episode centered around Severance's ensemble cast of characters looking for Miss Casey. This was the case for Severance's innie and outie personalities, with Mark and Devon also formulating a plan to get a message to the former's innie and ask who he meant when blurting out she's alive in the Season 1 finale. Beneath the offices of Lumen, Mark S. hatched a similar plan to find out where Miss Casey is in Severance Season 2. Mark and his MDR compatriots draw up a sketch of Miss Casey and photocopy them, taking them to the other departments on the severed floor to see if anyone else knows where she is. Although Helly and Irving were committed to Mark's calls, Dylan was shown to remain in MDR to continue his work. The reason for Dylan's reaction stems from a previous interaction with Milchick in Severance Season 2, proving Lumen's manipulation to already be working. After Season 1's ending, Lumen began implementing new ways to placate the innies and convince them to keep working. One such method of manipulation was revealed in Season 2 Episode 1, but solely to Dylan. Milchick took Dylan behind the wall of his office to a table that showcased plans for the outie visitation suite that, should Dylan continue his work peacefully, would allow the employee to contact his outie's family and learn more about his life outside of the office. Herein lies the reasoning behind Dylan's lack of help in Season 2 Episode 3. Dylan is likely worried that these incentives could be taken away and he will no longer get to learn more about his family if he steps out of line. This explains why he does not rebel alongside Mark, Helly and Irvin in Season 2 Episode 3, instead dutifully conducting his work in exchange for a brief meeting with his wife in the new outie visitation suite. While the other MDR workers were out searching for Miss Casey, Dylan was escorted to what was once the security room housing the switch for Severance's overtime contingency protocol. This room has since been converted and is now the outie visitation suite, with Dylan receiving an 18-minute session with his outie's wife, Gretchen. Overall, the meeting is depicted as a fairly awkward encounter, likely due to the mixed feelings it would raise. For Gretchen, she was seeing a man she loves with an entirely different personality who cannot even say that he loves her back and lives solely for MDR work. For Dylan, he is seeing a window into a life he can never fully experience, proving just how evil Lumen is by making this perk a somewhat tortuous experience for both. The point of the meeting from Lumen's perspective was to make Dylan want more information. Now that he's had the meeting with Gretchen, he will only want to learn more about his life on the outside. This will surely incentivize Dylan to continue committing to his MDR work, furthering the company's sinister Cold Harbor plans as the season goes on. The question going forward into Severance Season 2's remaining 7 episodes is how this will affect Dylan's camaraderie with the other MDR workers. After a while, Helly, Mark and Irving will likely wonder why Dylan isn't helping with their efforts to uncover Lumen's lies. Dylan has been instructed not to tell the others of the outie visitation suite, potentially leading to conflict if he decided to lie to them as a means of ensuring more visits from Gretchen and potentially even his children. Moreover, Lumen could attempt to use Dylan as a mole so that the company can gain more information about Mark's plans. If the company threatens Dylan's family and/or raises the possibility of no more visitations in the future, Dylan could turn on his friends and relay information to Lumen. Dylan has been driven by his family since learning of their existence in Season 1, so these realities are certainly not impossible. How this storyline truly develops remains to be seen, but Season 2 has at least proven Lumen's dark manipulation tactics to be endlessly effective thus far.